All right, in this video, I'm going to talk about how to find the mean, median, and mode, and the standard deviation, variance, and range for this sample data. Okay, and mean, median, and mode, these are often referred to as measures of center, right? Because they try to approximate where the center of this data is. In other words, if you were to basically kind of think about a drawing of this data, this is kind of like a histogram of it, the center is right here, right? So measures of center is what mean, median, and mode try to approximate, right? Or try to estimate for you. Okay, standard deviation, variance, and range, these are measures of variation, right? They measure basically like the spread of the distribution, okay? So measures of spread, measures of center, all right? All right, so how do we find these in Excel? Well, to find the mean, right, that's the same as average. So we type in equals, and then we type in average. As we start to type, the Excel formula will start to show up. And you see it there, average. Once you see it, you can double click it, or you could have just typed it all out, all right? All right, so now we could type in all the numbers, but that would take forever. So instead what we do is we click on the first cell, and then we hold our clicker and drag it down, and then release, okay? And that will give us an automatic formula. It says A2 to A19. So what does that mean? So this is the cell reference, A2, okay? And then that colon means go all the way until you go to A19, A19. So that's the cell reference, A2 to A19. Close parentheses, and then press enter, all right? So there's the mean of this data, all right, the sample mean. Next, the median, we type in equals median, okay? And again, as I started to type it, the formula popped up. That's good. Prevents you from making a typo, right? Double click on it. Then once again, press or click on the first observation, hold your clicker, and then release. Okay? Close parenthesis and press enter. All right, now mode. Mode is a little tricky because Excel does have a formula called mode. All right? If I do this, it will tell me a mode. It's saying 16 or 67.72, right, which is here. If I look carefully at this data though, this data actually has more than one mode, all right? There's also this 1.11. So a better formula rather than using mode is use equals mode dot multi. You see it there as you start to type mode. All right, now let's click on our data, close parentheses, press enter, and it's going to fill it in. So however many modes you have, it'll list them all. All right, now what if the data doesn't have any modes? So let's go ahead and change this to a 4, and this one also to a 4. Let's see. Then you're going to get NA. Right, that basically means that no observation is being repeated more than once. So remember, what is mode? Mode is the observations that are occurring most often, right? So NA means that you have no mode. Okay, so let me undo those changes. Okay. All right, next, standard deviation. Type in equals STDE V, and then we're starting to see there's a few different standard deviation formulas. Dot P is for a population, and dot S is for a sample. All right, we have a sample data, so we're gonna have dot S. All right, now once again, I can click, hold, and drag. All right, another way that you can do this is actually you can just look at your cell references. So A2, I could type in A2, my keyboard, colon, A19. Okay. Close parentheses and press enter. All right, variance equals var, V-A-R, dot S. Once again, this is a sample variance. A2 until I get to A19. Oops, A19, right? It should highlight it, and that's how you know you've done it right. Close parentheses and then press enter. All right, lastly, range. What is range? Range is your max observation minus your min observation. So I need to do that. Equals max open parentheses, highlight your data, close parentheses, then type in minus, okay, so there's a minus sign there, min, open parentheses, and once again, highlight your data once again, okay, close parentheses, and then press enter, okay, and this is my range. All right, one more thing before I finish, I want to point out that you can calculate these using the data analysis tool pack. So if we go to data analysis, and then if I scroll till I find descriptive statistics, there it is, you see it there. Press OK. Okay, input range, go ahead and highlight your data. All right, if I include sample data when I highlighted my data, then I need to say labels are in the first row, right? Sample data is the label. And my data, let's see, I can put it on a new, we'll go ahead and leave it on a new worksheet. And I want to include the summary statistics, and I'll go ahead and leave the rest of these blank for right now. So just click summary statistics and then press OK. And what do we have? Okay, so we'll see that this mean is the same thing. Actually, let me copy this. If I highlight this and press Control, or right click and press copy, and then if I paste it over here, I need to paste it with values only so that the formulas don't get messed up. Okay, so you see this mean is exactly the same as that mean. The median is the same as this median. The mode, now notice there's that problem because there's more than one mode. So this descriptive statistics that the data analysis toolpack provides can be misleading if you have more than one mode. Okay. The standard deviation is the same as standard deviation we calculated. The variance is also the same, and the range is also the same as what we calculated before. All right, and then there's more things that this descriptive statistics provides, including the count, which is the number of observations that were in your data. The standard error, which is the standard deviation divided by the square root of the count, which we'll talk more about that later, but for right now. These two are measures of basically their skewness, which is a slightly more advanced discussion that if you continue on in your statistics, you'll learn about these later. Okay, and then of course the min and the max as well, and the sum of all of the observations are also provided there.